Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Zach on Sports. I'm your host, Zach Gershman. Today, I'm here inside the offices of 76 Capital with a very special guest. He's an entrepreneur, venture capitalist, philanthropist, keynote, and motivational speaker with the one and only Mr. Wayne Kimmel. Welcome, Mr. Kimmel.
Zach, thanks so much for having me. This is great. I'm really excited.
As am I. Mr. Kimmel was named one of the top innovators by Philadelphia Magazine, and amongst many other things, is an author of the book 6 Degrees of Wayne Kimmel, which I have right here. We'll talk a little bit about the book in a little bit. So you are the founder and managing partner of 76 Capital. Tell us a little bit about what 76 Capital is and what does a day in the life of Wayne Kimmel look like?
Well, Zach, look, again, thank you so much for having me. This is really fun. It's great to do this with you. And, at 76 Capital, we're a venture capital fund. So our business is all about finding smart and nice people who want to change the world. We want to find these incredible entrepreneurs that are going to come up with these great ideas. We want to help them with those ideas. We want to help them invest money into their company. We help them by getting involved with their business. Anything they need, we try to help them. So we get involved with their company and then hopefully grow it into a really great business. And that's what it's all about here at 76 Capital.
As well as I mentioned before, you are a motivational speaker, keynote speaker, and also, as I mentioned, you're an author of the book 6 Degrees of Wayne Kimmel. What inspired you to write the book?
I was really lucky, to be, I feel like I've been very lucky in my career to have had the opportunity to work with amazing entrepreneurs. And also sort of my own journey as an entrepreneur turned venture capitalist. So, when I was 29 years old and I was thinking about becoming a venture capitalist, I said, how am I going to do this? I have to go out and raise money from people, and how am I going to find people? So I started, talking to people on how to do that. And I got some really great advice from some incredible mentors and friends of mine, and they taught me this word networking. And they taught me, and I wasn't really sure what that was all about. But I started to go out and just try to meet as many people as possible. And even today, my whole goal every single day is to go out and meet as many people as possible, try to turn those contacts into relationships. And that's how it all got started for me. It was this idea going out and meeting people, and then turning those contacts that I met, turning them into relationships, trying to take those relationships and then try to help those people. And I say every single day, my whole goal is to go out and try to help people and try to make this world a better place.
You and 76 Capital are investors in Rubicon Talent. They represent many athletes such as Kerry Walsh-Jennings, DeMarco Murray. Your own 76 Capital owns Ryan Howard, and legends such as Cal Ripken Jr. and Philadelphia Eagles legend Brian Westbrook. Why do you think it's important for athletes to look at business opportunities past their playing career?
I think it's a really unique opportunity for us to have this partnership with Rubicon. And Rubicon is run by 4 really great people, again, who are smart, who are nice, with this really big vision on the sports business. And they've been in the business and they've been working with these athletes. And one of the things they're hearing, it's not what we want to put on them, it's what we're hearing from the athletes themselves, that they want to be more than just an athlete. They want to be investors. They want to be entrepreneurs. And so how can we help them do that? So many of the athletes today have a lot of financial capital, like they've made a lot of money, but they also have this incredible thing called social capital. And that social capital enables them to be able to help the businesses and help themselves to kind of get to a whole nother level that even their money can't buy. And that's what we do. So we work with our clients and the different athletes at Rubicon, and we not only do their marketing and deals, but we look at business opportunities with them. How can we get them involved in companies? Because we believe that if you take kind of a lot of different startup technology companies, and here at 76 Capital, we invest in startup technology companies, whether that's in the sports tech world, whether that's in the future of retail, or in the health and wellness space, and we look at all these opportunities in the startup space. And there are lots of really great companies. But if a company then all of a sudden has Kerry Walsh-Jennings involved with them, or has Lolo Jones, or Ryan Howard, or DeMarco Murray, these companies, they rise above the fray. And it's really interesting to see when that happens.
One of the companies in your portfolio that you've invested in is Nerd Street Gamers, located right here in Philadelphia, right in Center City. What is it about the esports space that has you excited about its future?
Wow, I gotta tell you, this esports is fascinating to me. You know, I was on my book tour, and I was in 26 cities across the country, and I used to, at every single speech I gave, I would put up a picture on the screen of a sold out arena with 2 tables in the front of young people with controllers, but you could hardly really see them, but you could sort of just see the tables and a big screen. And I would ask people in all the different cities that I was in, what's going on in this picture? And most people had no idea what was happening. Some people would say, that's a concert. Maybe that's a...
They were dead wrong.
They were dead wrong. But what was amazing is, and then I would say, this is esports. And they're like, what? What? What are you talking about? And I said, what's happening is this team is playing against this team in a video game. And people were like, wait, people are coming and sitting in arenas, eating hot dogs and drinking sodas and watching other people play video games? What's this all about? And I would tell them that some of these top players would then are making upwards of $7 million a year. There are over 50 colleges and universities that are giving scholarships. You're about to go to college, right?
I am.
You can get a scholarship.
Hopefully.
you could get a scholarship to go to college by playing video games. Now, I got to tell you a really funny story. So my partner Ryan says, you know, when I was younger, my mom used to always tell me, stop playing video games and go out and play baseball. And I said, he's like, maybe I should have played more baseball. And I said, well, listen, I think you did just fine as a baseball player. And, but it's incredible, and you know, it's something that we see as a really amazing growth market today. You know, the market of esports and how fast it's growing, and that the fact that there are professional teams, and what we're doing with Nerd Street is we're focused on the amateur side of that world. We're really, really interested in being, and this summer we had summer camps. We partnered with Julian Krinsky Summer Camps, where we had 2-week camps where we brought in kids from the ages of 10 to 18 all across the world, be it people from China, from Europe, from all across America that came here for 2 weeks and trained as an esports athlete. But not only just that, but also learned the business side of esports as well. And that's what's amazing, because these teams, it's not just players, it's coaches, there are general managers, there are trainers, there are house moms, there are chefs, making sure that the esports players stay in shape, eat the right foods, and are healthy to be able to play, because it does truly take a toll on your body. Actually, this morning, Lisa Pliskin, who is on our team here at 76 Capital, she was telling me that on NPR this morning, she heard about a physical therapist that focuses solely on working with esports players.
Wow. Game's changing for sure.
Game's changing.
Another local company that you've invested in, that you partner with, is a company that I have personal experience with, and that's the PlayByPlay sports broadcasting camps. You mentioned in your book how you, at the University of Maryland, you did some play-by-play with one of your friends, and you wanted to be the next Howard Cosell. With you partnering with play-by-play, was that you reliving your dream in a sense, and also giving these young aspiring sports broadcasters a platform to succeed?
Well, I still want to be a broadcaster. No, I'll leave the broadcasting to you.
Thank you.
But what's really exciting is first of all, the guys that run play-by-play sports broadcasting camps, Jeremy Treatman and Stephen Goldstein, fit the bill of the kind of people we want to work with. They're smart, they're nice, and they want to do really big things. And we believed that with what we have here at 76 Capital and what they've been doing over the years, we could work together to build something really special. And when we see what's happening within the sports business today, within the sports broadcasting world, there are new channels. Facebook, right, is broadcasting baseball games. Facebook now just announced they're doing college football games. There are games on YouTube. There are games on, all sorts of OTT channels there was no such thing as that a few years ago. now you have ESPN, not just ESPN, but ESPN2, et cetera, and FS1 and all their channels. I mean, there's so many channels out there. So we were saying, and when I was talking with Jeremy and Steven, I said, well, who's going to broadcast these games? So who are the future broadcasters? Where are we going to find those broadcasters? Let's train them. Let's work with them. Let's help them. And maybe let's not only just do them as camps, maybe we can do more together. So we're really excited about this. And also, not only are there more opportunities to broadcast games, the traditional games. We just talked about esports. Well, who are going to be the broadcasters for esports? And what are they called, right? So the broadcasters for esports are most of the time are called shoutcasters, which when you talk to a traditional broadcaster, they can't broadcast these games. But then also what's happening in the world today? What's happening is that we've got the legalization of sports betting. So now a broadcaster has to know a lot more than just what's going on the field. They have to understand the numbers behind the game. They have to understand the betting lines, and then you also have to understand what's this other thing that's out there? Analytics, right? Yeah. So how are you going to understand? So we're investors in a company called Shot Tracker, and Shot Tracker has sensors in balls. They put sensors in the arena, and you're able to know every single thing that's going on right now. And actually, if you watch FS1 right now, there's actually the NBA Junior Championships are going on, and our technology is behind. Basically, that's a smart court because of what we're doing at Shot Tracker with them right now, and we're doing this across many other college programs and hopefully the NBA, et cetera, in the future. So Bill Self, the coach at Kansas, Jamie Davis, the coach at TCU, they use Shot Tracker every day at practice. They're able to know exactly what's going on, all the different stats, how many shots that I made, you made, how many assists, how many rebounds, all that stuff is automatically figured out. But that information, getting back to your question, right, gets fed to the broadcasters. Yeah. So as a broadcaster, it's not just your sheet with the roster and how many points everyone scored. All of a sudden, you've now got screens and data and betting information, and I mean, it's like, wow. So to the next generation of broadcasters have to be way smarter, have to be more digitally savvy, have to really understand how to talk about all of this information. Just to be able to know, first of all, be able to comprehend all the information that's out there, and then be able to then share that with the audience. I think it's a really hard thing to do, and it's kind of the next level of being a broadcaster, and that's what Jeremy and Steven and what we're doing is here with them at 76 Capital. We want to prepare the next generation of broadcasters to be able to be really successful with the new world of all the data and analytics and things that are out there in the future.
That's awesome, man. Finally, last question. When people think about innovation technology, they often think about Silicon Valley. But you believe that Philadelphia could be one of the top entrepreneurial communities in the world. What is it about Philadelphia that you think could compete with the likes of Silicon Valley?
Well, look, I think that you got to give Silicon Valley and places like Israel a lot of credit for getting us to really where we are today. I mean, it's been the innovation has been incredible. The amount of things that you can now do on your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, it's just on your console, right? It's just unlimited. Yeah. It's phenomenal, right? But that because they've built and helped build and create the backbone, the platform, the infrastructure now, you could truly be anywhere and create the next company. Mm-hmm. So why not Philly? Why can't Philly have these amazing, great companies? So I'm really bullish about the Philadelphia area. We're the city of champions now.
Yeah, yes, right? We are.
So
yes, we are.
And so we all.
I still get chills every single time I
just
hear
did.
it.
So it's so exciting. We're Super Bowl champions. We've got our World Series championships. We're gonna hopefully win an NBA championship.
That's the process.
That's right. That's right. I mean, hockey's coming around, and hey, our esports team, the Philadelphia Fusion.
They were just in the championship.
Went to the feud. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Sold out the Barclays Center.
Two
Two nights in a row. It's incredible.
For esports.
The Barclays Center as well. Like that's incredible. It just shows how much times are changing, and who knows what's gonna happen 5-10 years. I might be broadcasting as a robot. I don't know. But anyway,
I'll tell you one thing before you wrap up, because I've really enjoyed this, and Zach, I really appreciate it, you know, that you doing this, and I'll tell you that what's so exciting is doing this with you, and you are the future, right? You're the future. You know, we always talk about what's next. Well, what's next are you know individuals like you who are pushing the limits, who are doing things that weren't possible in the future, in the past, and now are possible today, and are really changing the future, and changing the game today, which will, you know, you're going to make the future. You're going to create the future, and that's what's possible, and that's whether you stay here in Philly, which we'd love for you to stay after you go to
I would
college.
love to stay in Philly as long as I got my 4 teams. That's all I need.
We'll always keep your teams, you know.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. But the great thing is that that's what's amazing about the world today. You know, you can go out there and you can do whatever you want to go do, and that's what I try to tell my children, and I try to express that to any person that, you know, has an opportunity, either whether it's to pick up my book or hear different talks that I give. And the reason I do it is because I believe that you can truly help and inspire people to do the next thing. And I think it's so important that every single day you go out there and you think about yourself as an entrepreneur. You go out and you go out and you try to meet as many people as possible. You try to turn those contacts into relationships, and then most importantly, help other people. Help other people. Help someone who's down. Because no matter how bad your day is, no matter how terrible things are in your life that day, there's someone else out there that you can help, and you can make their day better. You can make their life better. And I can tell you that it will come back, and you will not only just make a difference in the world, but it will really help you in the future. And if I can leave you with that little piece of advice,
I appreciate
and
it.
share that with as many people as possible, that it's really our responsibility to go out and make this world a better place for everyone else. And that's what gets me so excited about being in the innovation game, being involved in the sports tech world. I mean, this is the most exciting time I've ever, for me, you know, even going back to the 90s when the internet was just getting started, was an exciting time with the technology and all the incredible innovation. But now we're living in this time where the sports world and the technology world have come together. And there's this incredible convergence that's occurred. And so for me personally, and I know these are your passions too, but like my passion of loving sports and really knowing what's going on within the sports business world, and my passion about innovation and technology have come together to create this time, which is a time like no other, where teams have, you know, so many people that work for them that are not just pure sports people. They have social media people. I mean, they have tons of sales and marketing people and technology people that work within the sports world. There's never been a better time to get a job in the sports world. It's always the hardest industry to get a job in, but there are more opportunities than ever right now. So it's just an exciting time. And I want to just thank you for
I really appreciate it. Thank you for doing this interview. Guys, what's next? Go get the book, Network Your Way to Success with 6 Degrees of Wayne Kimmel. Once again, thank you. And for everyone else, signing off. I'll see you guys next time on Zach on Sports.